Hello, everyone, ladies, gentlemen. This is the Treeo podcast alongside Mr. Curbs. I'm your host, Who's Bubble. Thanks for checking in. Welcome to the final episode, or should I say, episode 66, which is a weird number.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Not the. I think episode 67 might be the real final episode. Well, actually,
So,
no. This might be the final like podcasty episode, but we're gonna post like another like finale sort of video.
so, yeah, this is it,
Upcoming
ladies and
week.
gentlemen. You know what they say, everything that has a start must have an end, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad or sad thing. It's more of like, we're proud of what we had, and now it's something else to do. Because time is money. There's so little time these days, they say. But also, sometimes we just have to try new things. So this might be the final Treeo episode, ladies and gentlemen. So, while you still have the chance, go buy our merch. It could be rare one day. Who knows?
I don't think anyone's gonna give a fuck.
So go buy our merch. Go check it out. Have a good night. I think they're great designs. We'll keep up the merch store probably.
Holy shit! Did someone just put you on 0.5, 1.5 speed? You just said that like really fucking fast.
Yeah, I have a little speedy guy over here. He's clicking the button. But yeah, folks, we are officially ending the Treeo podcast. Now, you're probably asking why. Well, here's
You guys
simple.
doing so well.
It's simple. It's just
But we
how
weren't
much
doing
longer are we
so.
gonna go? You know, can't go on forever, really.
Just sort of like lack of ideas, plus like not that like it wasn't that big. It was just kind of small. I mean, the last episode got like what 8 views. Like
Yeah, we're going downhill, but
yeah.
that's besides the point, really. We had a fantastic time here, over 3 years, maybe. I mean, how many people could say they did
Okay, well
podcasts
we only
for so
we
long?
only did we only did it seriously for like over a year.
I mean, how many people our age specifically could say they did a podcast for so long? Like that's just it's a proud achievement. It you know,
Yeah,
we worked hard. We have a great logo design. We have a great we just have
maybe if we become like successful in the future, we can like come back to it and start like an actual like where we like interview like celebrities or something. That's wishful thinking though.
Yeah, so we might come back if we have a big guest. We could have a guest episode here, or if we have like a really good idea, we could come back and talk about it. We might even talk about our new podcast more in depth in the future. But for now, this is gonna be like a farewell. We're not gonna have the
Yeah.
every Sunday schedule, so we're just gonna pop in every now and then, possibly. Um, yeah. Speaking of
I
which,
feel
we
I
are.
sort of
Yes,
I
Curbs.
sort of feel bad because there are some people on like the comments where they're like, you know what, I really appreciate this podcast. You know, it really it's like I don't know, I appreciate listening to it at night or some shit like that, and I feel bad that like some people aren't really gonna have that anymore.
Well, that's why
We
we have
met.
a brand new podcast, Curbs. Right.
Oh yeah, true.
So stay tuned, folks. We're gonna have a brand new podcast. It's not gonna be like this, okay? This is kind of like a comedy.
It's gonna be completely different from the Trio podcast.
Yeah, it really is. We're not even gonna be the main stars, really. Uh, but we're gonna have voice actors. We're gonna have official original music backgrounds,
Sort of like a
sound effects.
TV. It's sort of like a TV show, but without the visuals.
See, we're making a horror fictional podcast inspired by many other podcasts I enjoy. And I mean, we've always liked horror. We've been playing horror games, indie horror games together for years. Been watching horror movies. I just love the horror genre, and Curbs does as
Yeah.
well. I feel like we just find these games that no one plays and we just play them, like these indie horror games. And it's always fun to explore these horror genres, but we're
Do you
bringing
think there's
that
a
to the
Do you think this
podcast world.
video has like? Do you think this video has like a lot of like positive reinforcement that we could just like change our minds? Like, what if there's just, like a lot of people that are like, no, don't leave.
Well, I wouldn't say we're necessarily leaving. It's just that we're not gonna follow the schedule
All
every
right.
week.
Yeah, like we're just gonna post an episode like every now and then.
Yeah, but we need to have a good idea. It's not just gonna be like,
Yeah.
hey, we're talking about
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Godzilla killed the Treeo podcast.
Yeah, that episode flopped, but um, yeah, the fact of the matter is that we're
We just
starting
got
this
like
new
other,
horror podcast,
yeah, other
Curbs.
projects. No
New
time for
projects.
Treeo.
And this is kind of a big thing. It's not easy to start a new podcast. You know, we have to get our RSS feed, we have to get our different distributors ready, all these voice actors, sound effects, music, logo design. There's a lot that goes into this. And we have to write the whole friggin' story and the lore. So it's definitely not an easy task we're writing here. But it's
I'm actually
something
confident this one might succeed more than the Trio podcast because it's a little more unique.
I feel like trying out new things is always a good thing. We're going to explore. I always loved writing, creative writing, stuff like that. So we're just going
Yeah.
to write and we're going to explore these
You know,
horror fictional themes.
Another good thing about starting fresh is that we sort of had like not that great of a start with like the whole Trident thing. Like we sort of started off like at a deficit. You know what I'm saying? Like Trident brought like a lot of negative attention to the podcast, even though we had like an audience of like less than 100 subscribers at that time.
Yeah, you know, we'll see what Trident thinks about this. I think we
Uh,
might bring down the Trident episode, or like the Trident documentary, or whitelist it because I don't know.
Trident
I feel like
doesn't
people
want it
know
anymore.
now. People know now, and if
Nah,
I
the,
were
the,
him,
the
if
real
I were
reason is
him, I would like a new start, a new opportunity as well.
the real reason is because Trident doesn't want it up anymore. Okay.
But you know, we're gonna respect that. You know, some people say don't respect him, he's weird or something, but imagine you were in his shoes, you know? You made a big mistake and now nobody accepts you for who you are. But anyway, that's besides the point. Uh this new horror podcast, what is it about? Curves, why don't you just give a little summary? Don't spoil too much.
I mean, I don't want to give any mistakes. Cause one time I gave a summary and you were like, "That's not correct. I think you should give the summary because you're so right in it most of it."
Okay,
I don't
fair.
want to give any discrepancies.
Curbs has given me a lot of good ideas, so I'm gonna credit him there. But yeah, basically it's this British immigrant, right? And this is totally fictional, just saying. This is this British this British immigrant and he's going off to the new land of the Americas, quote unquote the Americas. You know, maybe he's heard it in a newspaper article somewhere. But here he is on this boat journey to the Americas. And there are a lot of things that he's going to explore on his way. Or once he gets there, at least. Once he gets there, a lot will happen. You know, he's going to go into this new world, the Americas. But maybe it's not quite the Americas that he thought. And there was just a lot of things, mysterious things that will happen in this new land of opportunity. And this man is not rich. He's a poor immigrant. And the timeline, we don't want to give it away, but there kind of is one. Not really, at the same time. But here he is, this British immigrant, seeking new life. I bet you many people have before in this real world.
Does he still have a pet? Does he still have a pet cat? I think you should write out the pet cat.
He does have a pet cat.
Fuck!
That is an important thing, Curves.
I'm just saying. All these adventures he goes on, like he's just gonna bring his pet. Like that just seems inconvenient.
Well, he's not bringing his pet cat everywhere. It's rather the pet will have its home where it is.
The fuck?
Don't worry about the cat too much, Cribs.
I'm worried about the cat.
Yeah, but who knows what's beyond the Sea of Black, Cribs, because that's the sea in which they venture upon. But yeah, that is a very broad
Yeah.
explanation. There's a lot that could happen with this.
You think some
And
people are gonna be happy about this, right? Like, who doesn't really like us that much? Cronkers, Nelly, they're gonna be like, "Yippee, the trio's over." Fuck those guys.
well, I feel like it's not really like that. So
Fuck those guys. Those guys fucking sucked. They didn't take down our video.
yeah, all the videos will still be up, guys. Don't worry, the trio's not leaving. Yeah, the videos will still be up indeed, Curbs. I'm saying
Yeah.
this trio is kind of gonna be like a brand now. It's kind of like an embodiment, Curbs. You
Trio
live like a
Studios.
trio, you know?
Live, laugh, trio.
Yeah. Eat, sleep, trio, repeat, Curbs.
Alright, well, since there's not really gonna be any episodes coming out all that often, what do you think was the best episode we've ever done?
Oh man. I Well, I feel like the most ones that I've learned from the religious one back in last Easter, the
Oh
flat
shit,
Earth
really?
one, which freaking flat Earther,
You
you
know,
learn a
these are
lot
all
from that.
slept on episodes. Like these are all episodes that have under 100 views.
Yeah. Um, I like the Matthew Ventures interview.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that was one of our better interviews. And yeah, the debates were always fun. The versus episodes and the movie
Mhm.
reviews. I feel like the versus episodes really showed both sides of an argument and presented them equally, and I really liked how we presented them.
Yeah. You know, my favorite, I think, was the Valentine's Day episode that we did. I thought that one was one of the funniest ones that we did.
Really, I thought you didn't like that one.
I don't know, it was pretty funny. I also really liked the Skinwalker episode where the Skinwalker guy debated the abortionist. That was also very funny. The uh the 50th episode where we just sort of like roasted Trident for like 40 minutes. That one was pretty funny. And see, my favorite episodes are the ones that like are just funny to. It's just fun to record. Also, there's the classic Trident sits on his cat. Like that was one of my favorite episodes at the time.
Classic.
And as well as what else? Through after Trident left, like the next like 18 episodes all were kind of like mid a little bit to me. The Cryptid one and the OnlyFans one were also two really good ones. I also like the Chompy interview. I think that one might have been one of my favorite interviews. I don't know, just
What
sort of
about
like
Vicha?
Phil Vicha.
Most popular video.
That's our most popular. I think it's a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it, but we, we still don't know if she's real or not. Like I don't know. I don't know who lies about being Vicha, but I guess there's someone out there lying.
True mystery. We may
The
never
Trio
know.
mystery.
Yeah, why would you come on here and lie? Yeah, yeah.
Why don't you lie to us? But see, the thing is, they didn't lead with the lie though. They just said I'm an archer, and then midway they're like, "Yeah, I kind of have a couple songs," and they're like, "Wait a minute, you're this global sensation?" Yeah, kinda. Like I feel like someone who's pretending would have started with that, and not that they play with bow and arrows.
Yeah, you guys have to look into that. Does Camila from Vicha arch? Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Arch.
Well, what did you tell us her name was? Su Young?
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
don't know.
we will never know.
We'll never know. Trio Mysteries. It's like fucking Bigfoot. Check out the
Yeah.
cryptids episode. I feel like some episodes were slept on too much. Like some episodes that were like really good didn't get enough as much views as they like deserve to get.
So, if you're ever bored, go ahead and watch some of those old episodes, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a new episode to watch. Because there's no way one of you watched all of them yet. There's just no way.
Probably Matthew Long. He's been a loyal one since day one. Shout out Matthew
Yeah,
Long.
shout out to all the people who have been there in every single video comment section. Or just have
Uh,
watched in the quietness without leaving a comment. We appreciate you.
yeah, Seacant, Cole, Preston, Gleneva, Skylar, Dreamy. Shout out. I hope I'm not missing anyone.
I love when we like Shout out people like these names.
Franklin Flam. Uh,
Yo,
I think I got everyone.
online names are so funny. Like, uh, I love domain names. But anyway, yeah, shout out and thank you for listening. Thank you. We've amassed over 100 subscribers. That's a lot of people in a room. Over 100 people. So, and if you
I mean,
combine
it's not that big of an audience, but you know,
if you
it's a
combine all
good
our
audience.
episodes, we have over 20,000 views. So, thank you for listening. And thank you for sending in your mailbag questions. That was also interesting throughout the years.
Oh yeah, the mailbag. Didn't the Reddit get taken down recently?
The Reddit did. I don't know how.
I feel like the odds against the trio has they always been against us, and now we've just sort of like finally just gave in.
That's another Treeo mystery. How did the Reddit get canceled? But yeah, that does it. The Treeo is here to stay under the new name, the Sinister District.
What is this? Some kind of Sinister District?
So yeah, if you don't like horror, maybe you'll still like this. Have an open mind, you know. There will be comedy bits. I know you guys like comedy that watch us, so
Mm-hmm.
there will be comedy bits. I think it'll be pretty funny actually, hearing the different voices, and maybe you'll even hear some of our voices.
Maybe. Maybe. Dude,
Maybe.
we never get to reach 200 subscribers, man.
Well, it's never too late, guys. So smash the
I don't know.
like
I think
down
one of the
below.
reasons why the trio failed was because of how broad it was, right? We always had like a different topic. Like if we were just like a specifically a sports podcast, then like we'd have like all the sports fans watching, or if we were specifically like a movies, like a Marvel podcast or some shit like that, we'd have all the Marvel guys watching. Because we were so broad, we kind of had really nobody watching. So the next the next fucking podcast is gonna feel like a niche, the horror niche. So maybe any horror fans can watch. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, we're kind of like a show almost. Like we're kind of like a talk show. And I want to say
Yeah,
we are not scripted. We were never scripted. So if that trio lore is also out of the way, I just want to get that off my chest.
we're never scripted.
But yeah, what does Curbs look like? That's another question we ask.
What? What?
I don't know. That's like a trio myth as well, right? The big
Yeah, I'm
question:
just
what does Curbs look like?
uh handsome. I don't know. I don't know what I look like. I live in a decrepit hole where I can't see myself. So
Yeah, what does yourself look like? That's a hard definition.
what is this? Some kind of sinister district?
That's gonna be the catchphrase for our podcast.
That's so stupid.
I think it's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny though. Because it's like those things where it's like, what is this? Some kind of suicide squad?
It's like, well, gang, I guess we have another mystery on our hands.
It's like being ironic, you know.
Yeah.
Oh well. So is that it? Wrapping this up.
Well,
Thank you, Trio. Thank you everyone for
thank you,
watching.
everybody. Thank you, Chompy Banana,
For
for.
never making that theme song. It fucking ended before you made the theme song. It's been 6 months. Oh well.
Beggars can't be cheap. I don't know the phrase. I don't know it. Ugh. We gave it our all. We really did. We put our lives out
Yeah.
the line.
But at some point it's just like you gotta kill a dying horse, you know. Put out its misery.
One day
No,
we may seek the return.
the return of the trio. But not right now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you all enjoyed this episode. Smash like and subscribe. Check out our new podcast coming soon. Sunday the 21st, it should be starting. The Sinister
Hmm.
District.
Check out the new Michael Paul album when it releases. No longer Who's Bubble.
That is coming along slowly. Hopefully, it'll be out by summer.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, before the Treeo theme comes out. But we'll see.
We should release the Treeo theme after the thing ends, bro. Maybe no, maybe we can post it on the YouTube channel just so they would know what it would have sounded like. And
Maybe
if
we
we ever
could
decide
use
to
it
come
for.
back, we could
We could
use
use
it.
it for something else, maybe.
Maybe it could be a theme song in like the new thing. I don't know. We can use it like a background track or something. Maybe when you have them fight like a giant tree.
Yeah. What if there's a Trio reference or something? We make that joke.
Wait, is that a tree? Oh. Done. Yeah, genius idea. All right.
That's a go.
When's my final? Have a good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And Curves, what do you say?
Have a good night.
You made it. Why'd you sound so
Didn't nah, yeah, it's the
tired?
final one. I gotta do good.
You
I
gotta
gotta
make
do
it
good.
good. You can't just.
Have a great night.
You can't do that, Curves. It's
Don't
good.
just
It's
have a
having.
good one.
Is that?
Don't just have a good one. Have a great one. Have a fantastic night.
That's not the line, though.
Fine. Have a good night.
Uh, All right, we're done. Trio's done.